I appreciate you, DJ Sour Man. I'm honored.
Come on.
We back. Today is Tuesday. It's another good trading day. Let's go ahead and let my nigga LaRussell open us up real quick. You feel me?
It was all for the better.
Oh, come on, man. Mm. Do you hear this man? Out of line. Come on. Facts. Oh my. Come on, man. Not a soul. What? What? Played it. Hold on. Hold on. Y'all got to look at me. Play the game to change the game. That's why I'm here in this trading shit. I'm playing the game to change the game. Shout out LaRussell, man. Shout out LaRussell, man. Shout out LaFucking Russell, man. Big dog in this shit. Now that we got our formal introduction, what's good with y'all boys? D-Lo do right, you feel me? And we here with another breakdown. MNQ to be at that, you know. And with this, a lot of people, when they do this whole, I feel like my camera off. Hold on. That's better. And I got it. A whole lot better. A whole lot better. Just like she get a whole lot. But MNQ, another breakdown, and like I was saying, in this whole trader industry shit, motherfuckers love to see proof. They want you to prove yourself and do all of this shit, show everything. You feel I saying? I really don't give a fuck how y'all feel about my trading journey. You know why? Because it's my trading journey. My trading journey. You didn't put the thought in my mind to start this trading shit. Yeah, you. You didn't put this in my mind. So I know who did, and that person's opinion is the only one that matters. If you even consider that person a person, you know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. And I just had to really get it out the way. But my OG told me, you know, it's either my OG, I think both of them said, my OG and my right hand man Bucks. He told me, he said, well, both of them said, you know what I'm saying? If you gonna be playing ball on they court, I ain't gonna say you gotta abide by their rules, but you gotta play the game how they play that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I'm gonna take that advice and we gonna start it off by really showing y'all what happened today. So recently, we've been on this 1, 2, 3, 4 day winning streak, and then we lost 100, bounced back. You know what I'm saying? But I like this trend line that we got going on right here. But today I wanted to focus on these specific days, like a day like this, a day like this, days like this. You know what I'm saying? Really more days like this, cause I understand. I be feeling like today I understood. I got a deeper understanding of myself today. You know what I'm saying? Trading the charts. So you see today when I woke up yesterday, about $630 away from passing the account. When I woke up this morning, that's all my mom was on. That is all my mom was on. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like that was the thing that led to this loss. So let's get into the charts. Let's get into the charts. As y'all probably already know what ended up happening today. The fucking sky blew off of you feel me? We had a motherfucking explosion. 500-point move, explosion. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna call myself dumb because I feel like I still traded the setup, but I didn't trade the setup in totality. You know what I'm saying? I've been trading for a minute, so I feel like I got the I don't want to say the discretion, but you always got the discretion. But it's like I feel like I gave myself the leeway to just trade. Like I don't want to say like I don't have a system. It's just like I may explain it like this. Today was a day where it was like I feel like I've if I look at myself like a handyman, you know what I'm saying, and I'm coming to your house to fix your floors, right? There's a correct way to fix your floor. You know what I'm saying? And there's a way, you feel me? And that way is fundamental. Like, no matter who you call, that person should fix your floors in that way. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. There's a right way to do everything. You know what I'm saying? And as a professional, you being a professional says that you only do this thing the right way, i.e., the profession. You know what I'm saying? And what I felt like I did today was because I consider myself a professional trader, regardless of what the fuck y'all say. I consider myself a professional trader. So I have to operate in the right way of trading. And I feel like the right way to trade is to have. I was watching this podcast the other day. Shout out to shout out to who? What was the fucking podcast name? Titans of Tomorrow. Where is it at? Where is it at? This. I was watching this yesterday. Titans of Tomorrow. Shout out to them boy. You feel me? Shout out to Broski that's on that bitch. This not European, Italian dude. You know what I'm saying? They both trade Forex. And they was talking about like the 3 pillars of trading. And I feel like that was interesting. And it was like you got to have a strategy. You got to have the right mindset. And you got to have money management. And he said, like, if you think about it like a tripod, if one of the legs isn't right, the whole thing gonna fall. You know what I'm saying? So if you got mindset and money management and no strategy, you have no edge in the market. You know what I'm saying? You have no edge in the market. But if you have a strategy, the mindset, and no money management, you'll probably blow your account. You know what I'm saying? You'll probably blow your account. And then if you have strategy and money management, you'll probably have and if you don't have the right mindset, you'll probably spiral out of control one day. Like your emotions will get the best of you, and it'll be over with. So I say all of that to say this. I went into the market today. So this morning, this is what I see. See the sweep of liquidity. See the sweep of liquidity. So I dropped down to the M15. I see this inversion I see this fair value gap get blown through. This fair value gap right here gets blown through. And this high and low sweeps the liquidity. And then we close beneath. So I'm looking for entries up here. Like after we sweep this liquidity, I'm looking for entries up there. Not the market structure, liquidity. I'm looking for entries up here. I want us to sweep this liquidity in this fair value gap, and then turn this inversion, respect this inversion, and then turn around. That's what I was looking for, and that's what I was shooting for. But I say that, like, a thing that I have to learn is that I am a professional trader, and I have to abide by the 3 pillars. And I feel like today my strategy wasn't where it was at, and my mindset wasn't, because I came into the day trying to pass the challenge all in one. I mean, it is $630, and I have had days and trades like that, but trying to force the issue wasn't the right play. Wasn't the right play, and that just went into the mindset. But another thing is, like, that's I would like to say is, like, even though I did have that moment, you know, my risk management was good. You know what I'm saying? My risk management was good. I feel like the way that I took this trade, it's the setup. You know what I'm saying, for me. You know? And if you drop down to the lower time frames, we close beneath. This the last low. I mean, this the last high if you want to look at structure. You want to look at structure. You know, we can start from over here. How we been starting to, work our way down. Boo. We close above. Now we're working our way up. So no. Boom. Working our way up. Sweep the liquidity. You know what I'm saying? Sweep the liquidity. So that's, and then lower high. Well, we back up. We fall. Make a higher low compared to this one. And then we make a lower high. And then we fall and make a lower low. So me being on side with structure, I felt like I was on side with structure, but this is the part of the strategy that I had to go back and refine, like, and this is why I say that I wasn't using a strategy. I was just, you know what I'm saying? It's like going to the gym. Well, damn, y'all ain't even see all the lows and the highs I just put on this bitch. My bad, y'all. Oh, my bad. My bad. Run that shit back. But you see, you making lower lows and lower highs. We break. We mark the structure shift here. Turn off these moving averages. Make a high, low, high, higher low, lower low, You know what I'm saying? I mean, higher low, lower high. I mean, goddamn, lower high, and then we make a lower low. So once we continue to the upside, I'm thinking, and we set the stage with liquidity. I mean, we did sweep liquidity, but we didn't take down this low. So I'm thinking we're generating liquidity down here. And I was looking for entries at the 62. See, this, we get this nice bearish engulfing here. And even then, still, it's like I still didn't get everything I needed out of the strategy because I was so focused on just getting in to make money. Because it's been, I ain't gonna say it's been easy, but I've been normalizing using the strategy, and it's just been getting easy. But today, because I wanted to pass the challenge so bad, it made me press the issue. It made me rush. It made me, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just letting price come to me, how price usually comes to me, you know what I'm saying? I tried to force it. So after that, I tried to sell here, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, we lost 250. So after that, I went to work, and then I was just at work thinking about like, what is my strategy in ABC terms? You know what I'm saying? What's my strategy for trading in ABC terms, and how many strategies do I have? Because that was another thing in the podcast that I was looking at, is the fact that bro had two different strategies for two different types of markets. Or not even two different types of markets. He had two different strategies for his lifestyle changes, which was pretty interesting to me. Like, you know, it's a certain way you gotta trade. It's a certain way you gotta trade the prop firms. It's a certain way you gotta trade when you got a 9 to 5. It's a certain way that you can trade when you got all the time in the world. It's a certain way you can trade when you got all the money to trade. It's a certain way to trade when you ain't got no money to trade. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like your strategy should be adapted to your lifestyle in order for you to optimize it. Because yes, you can get somebody else's strategy, but if the strategy don't fit you, your lifestyle, then it ain't gonna really work. You know, like I play the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big Call of Duty person. You know, and I am more of a PS4 controller user rather than an Xbox user. You know what I'm saying? I'm implementing the same strategy with both controllers to execute on Call of Duty, but the preference, the thing that's more built for my hands and how I like to grip the controller and all of that shit is more for PS4 and 5. Or really the PS4. Cause I just don't like the chunky. I don't like chunky. You feel what I'm saying? I like little skinny things. Put my hand. Let me chill. Let me chill. Let me chill. Let me chill. But no bullshit though. No bull. So I was thinking about that. And to get back to the charts, it's like for my strategy, number one, and that's I was doing this early. I really wish, matter of fact, let's see if we can get a quick like demo mind map so we can walk this bitch down. Walk this bitch down. Walk this bitch down real quick. Please don't make me do all this bullshit. I just want to just use the mind map real quick. That's it. That's all. Where my light at? That's all, bucko. typing this shit? I don't like this. We just gonna do it over here. I'm just gonna do it over here. So where the fuck is about? Oh, there it goes. So I think I got two strategies. Fuck you. Fuck you 2 times. Oh, shit. We're gonna say, why the fuck are you up here? We're gonna say strat 1. We're gonna say strat 1. And so what we need, and I wanted to make it like an ABC process. ABC. And A is structure, identifying. Damn, boy. Identify. Don't mind my spelling. I'm not that good. Identify or typing. Identify structure and trend. Step B would be, hold on. So A is the higher time frames, and this is on the H1. This is on the H1. Okay? So we're going to identify the structure. Whoa. We're going to identify the structure, the trend, the range, and the POI. And I ain't even going to say POI. You know what we're going to say? We just going to get right to the meat and potatoes. And this is what I trade. We're going to say the fair value gap. Okay? And then 2 would be identifying the lower time frame market structure shift on M15 slash, no, we'll say M15. Cause that's what you really want. But it's a, and then C would be entering off on M1. So strat 1, we're gonna find the trend, we're gonna find the structure, the trend, the range, and the fair value gap. Step B is we have to identify the lower time frame market structure shift on the M15. Step C, entering off the market structure shift on the M1, or really M5, or really M5. Yeah, that's why I didn't put M5 up there. So M5 slash M1, and then This is H1. All right. So that's what we looking at. We can take a picture of that, copy the image. I'm just gonna save it. Download. Yeah. So okay. Let's put this into action for today. Cause this is what I should have did. Let's walk it out. What we gotta do first, identify our trend. Identify our trend in our structure on a 1 hour. Let's do that. Then we go up. So this is what structure was looking like on the 1 hour. So if you back out, if you want to use the MAs, you can just, and these MAs are the 200 and the 50. You get a cross, that's bullish. We're above the 200, that's bullish. You know what I'm saying? We got higher highs and higher lows being created. That's bullish. So we have identified the trend. So now it's identifying the trend in the structure. Now we have to identify our range. What is our range? Even though we barely sweep this is a new high. So this would have been my range. Bitch, stop playing with me. This would have been my range. Yo, what's up, bro? Hell yeah, pull up. What's up, bro? What's up, bro? Probably just think about that nigga too. So now we've identified the structure, which is bullish, with our higher highs and our higher lows. We identified the trend, which is bullish. Why? We're above the 200. We had a 50 and the 200 cross on the 1 hour. That's bullish. We're making higher highs and higher lows. That's bullish. So we're bullish. So that's the trend. That's the structure. And what else? It was trend, structure, range, fair value gap. We identified our range. This is the most recent range from high to low because we swept this liquidity here, so we made a new high. Technically, you know what I'm saying? Technically, you know what I'm saying? That's how you got to look at it because we're bullish. If you're looking at it any other way, you're gonna see it as the sell. But we're bullish. We're above all of this. 200 above the 50. We've been making higher highs and higher highs and higher lows. So this is how you have to look at it. Be on side with the market. So then we have to identify our fair value gap. Boom. Easy P, let them squeeze. Fair value gap. And then so now we're looking for the lower time frame, waiting for price to come back into this level and looking for the lower time frame market structure shift. Let's hop on N15, see if we see one. We got one, but you'll have to go on to N5. Just drop down so we can see where it's at. This is high, it's low. This is our lower time frame market structure shift. Because these series of down close candles sweep this liquidity inside of this fair value gap, and we close back above it. We close back above it. So now, once you get that, now you should be looking to enter on a lower time. Well, I don't want to say enter on the lower time frame, but now that you see one happen, you need to have another one happen for you to be able to enter. So now, we would know. That's why you need two of them. One on the 15 on the 5, and then one on the 1 minute just to confirm that bitch. Or just 2 5-minute ones. If you get 2 5-minute ones stacking, you gooch. But this low, now that we've closed above it with the gap, this low right here is now protected. It's protected low now. Get rid of them fibs for right now. Get rid of the moving averages for right now. And honestly, since you have this market structure shift, now you can get into the what I would usually do. I draw my fibs for my new range. And I'm looking to enter off the 62. So now I would really be waiting to see this. Get closed above, and then retest it. But then you can drop down to the 1 minute. Now you got the one on the 5 minute, you can drop down to the 1 minute to wait to see one on the 1 minute so you can get the best type of your dig. No, it's still the same thing. You'd have to wait till price closes above here. Did all of that. But me, that's why we trying to figure it out. Cause it's I don't even, but it's so choppy. And this is a Monday. It don't usually be this choppy, but it still plays out and pans out, I feel like. But that's the 5-minute move. So if I'm just playing it off the 5-minute move, what am I really, knowing me, like where would I really enter at just to keep that shit a beam with y'all, boy? Like if I really saw this shit happening in real time, me personally, I'm in at this gap. But this motherfucker just, boy, you would have to be in, how much risk this is. That ain't even that bad. And then you get your targets from your range. You can either use these targets, but I don't think you really would want to use those. That'd be something crazy. With targets, how would you set up your targets? That'd probably be the next question. Me personally, I like to use the fibs. So this would have been probably the trade for me. Use that and or standard deviations from this one. That's what I forgot to put in there, bitch. Standard deviations. And I would have saw that the 4 lined that up with this liquid in. This would have really been the trade. Ooh. And that's one thing I forgot to say. Like, so let's backtrack a little bit. Let's backtrack. So on the 1 hour, we identified our structure. We're making higher highs and higher lows. Boom. Per the strategy, we need to identify most recent range that's in line with the trend. This will be our most recent range right here. In that, you can draw your dealer's range from high to low. And then price, I like that. You want to see POIs that line up or fair value gaps that line up either at the 50 or below the 50. Really just the fair value gap that's below the 50 or at it. So that'd have been, once we get back into this fair value gap and wick off of this 50, that'd have been the trigger to go to step B. Step B is to find the lower time frame market structure shift. And you can really see that bitch on the 15 minute. And this is the 15 minute one. So we hop on the M15. You have to be really looking at this bitch. See, we sweep liquidity here. And then we close back above the high here. So that is the mark. That's the 15-minute market structure shift. So then, after the 15-minute market structure shift happens, you want to draw your standard deviations from your manipulation move. This is your manipulation move. And if we drop down to the N5, that was the move that I was highlighting. And why is this the manipulation move? Because we come down, sweep liquidity, and we close above the high that created the sweep. So that was the trigger. So that was the trigger for us. We got the N15 reversal. So now that's the trigger for us to now go to step C, which is to find the N5 or the N1 reversal or market structure shift. So let's drop down to the N5. And you can see, or the M1, really, N5 or M1. N5 or M1. So after this market structure shift happens, you can draw you a new dealer's range. And now we would probably be looking for, this where it's like you got to be good at entries, because it's like I'm on this new thing where I'm looking at the liquidity. Like, where is liquidity at? How far does price have to come down and stab before it can turn around? So we make our way all the way down here. And this is where you make your money at. No bullshit. So once you identify, like, this is all liquidity right here. We got to come sweep all of this liquidity right here. All of this shit. So we come down, tap it. People started buying right here. Stopped them out, ran up. At that point, you have to identify that now price is generating liquidity now to the upside. Price is finna go up, but it has to generate its liquidity before it does. Before it goes up, it got to do that. And this is all on the 1 minute. So once you see that liquidity get swept, this generation of liquidity, now we have a reason to go up. So what we do? We come sweep down here. Miss, this is all still in a 1 hour fair value gap. After the 15-minute market structure shift, that's all added onto this bullish confluence. So, boy, you can really get nasty if I had some seconds. But you could say this. No, I don't need that. I need move this. And I need this. Once we close back above here, I'm slapping. I ain't even gonna cat y'all, boy. I'm slapping. Once we close above here, I'm slapping. And I put my stop beneath here. What am I targeting? liquidity. And really, if you really look at it, my entry would be right at the market structure shift level. So it's like you could have really took this entry as soon as it closed above here. You know what I'm saying? But if you wanted to refine that stop loss, you would have to do it like that. You would have to do it like that, like that. You know what I'm saying? This stop loss would go from 150 to 123. And then once you get like extra, I don't want to say follow, I call it follow through. So now once you close back above this high, yeah. The realest nigga. Hold on. It's a real nigga in the building. Shout out to the real niggas out here. Mnq man.
What's good, y'all boy?
Man.
Good? Y'all making some money on them charts or what?
This is what we do, man. Just a little breakdown. I'm just going through.
Listening to the wise. That should be your rap name right there. The wise.
He said the wise. But we gotta stay locked. So this was that'd have been the trade you probably would have took after. Well, where I was going. The risk. That's what I was going at. So now, once you identify that now, after you enter, now it's time to watch the charts. You know what I'm saying? And once we go do this move to start the sweep of this liquidity, and we break down, protect this low, I'm putting my stop beneath here. Still in there, but put my stop beneath there. But really, you probably don't even want to touch it. But me personally, I'm moving my stop. I'm taking money off the table. Because you feel me? You don't know what these markets can do. I'm taking money off of the table. And then once we break above this market structure shift level, I'm at break even. So really money off the table. So now this a freebie. This free money on. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I feel like my winning percentage is so high. You know what I'm saying? I just don't have the confidence. I'm not going to say I don't have the confidence. It's a learning process to level up your money. You feel me? You can't just stumble into $1 billion and walk and act like you've been doing that. You feel me? Your whole life. That should not, you know what I'm saying? Not gonna work like that. So you gotta slowly walk yourself into that. And my thing is, my risk reward ratio is 2-1. You feel I'm saying? 2-1 with a 40%, with a 48% win rate. You feel me? Like, if you tell me, hey, every time you go to the casino, you can win 48% of the time, and you're going to win double your money every time you win. But that's what happens when you follow the strategy. Like I said, I'm a professional trader. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to do anything, I think you should strive to be a professional at it. You know what I'm saying? What professionals do, they do the things in the right way. Like I said before, if somebody's coming to your house to fix your floors, it don't matter if it's a Mexican, it don't matter if it's a black guy, it don't matter if it's a white guy, it don't matter if it's a robot. You feel me? The way that floor is supposed to be fixed is universal because it's the right way to do it. And you call yourself a professional because you do the thing that you're supposed to do the right way every time. You know what I'm saying? If you just a side gig nigga, you do this shit part-time. You know what I'm saying? You do this shit the right way part-time. We ain't part-time niggas over here. That's why I say I'm a professional trader. This is my full-time thing. You know what I'm saying? So you got to do the right things. And like I said, with trading, it's your strategy, it's your mindset, and it's your motherfucking strategy, mindset, and money management. You know? And I feel like I'm slowly meshing them all together. And it's issing. It's issing. I can't even find a word for that bitch. It's issing. Damn, it's already out there. It's issing. Hey, it's issing, bro. I don't know if I'm over here going crazy. But that'd have been the trade. I would have went to break even after I hit the market structure shift level. You know what I'm saying? You could scale off entries at the 2, the -4, But we ain't gonna make this joint too long. We already 45 minutes in. We've been in here locked in for a good little minute. You know what I'm saying? My boy is in the building, so we gonna lock in, twin. We got more videos coming for y'all, boy. We gonna do what we do every time. We gonna do it right. Cause my name D-Lo Do Right. And we gonna do that shit every time. We're professionals. Cause D-Lo Do Right. Ooh, that hey. Let me stop giving y'all all the features. God damn.